Not today, pal. Not today.
Jamie, I don't know if you remember, we talked back in the day about possibly doing a segment where like you say something mean. Remember that? Or it was like Jamie says something mean because you never say mean stuff. And then you were like, you know what? I actually have something to say. Like, fuck this person. Like you were mad at somebody.
Oh.
Remember?
Was it about like a contractor?
That,
Those are the only people I really get
before
mad
that,
at.
remember you like did a movie and you were upset with somebody at the movie? I don't want to say who because you were like, don't say the in like a stunt kind of situation. Hitting.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, you know what? Fuck. Yeah. So I was just wondering, anything mean in your bones? And come on. Oh, that's a yes. Come on.
I am embarrassed. I am ashamed of the rage that I feel towards other 11-year-old children right now. And them picking on my fucking kid.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what are you supposed to do as a what would you call yourself? As a enlightened mom. What are you supposed to do?
I've restrained. I haven't acted on any impulses, but the feelings that I have and the things I would love to do and say, I'm not proud of. I think parenting, motherhood, like unlocks a part of you, a protective part of you. And my child has been hurting as of late and has been the subject to a lot of bullying. And it's made me very rageful.
But what did they say you're like supposed to do? But like, just let it go, or like, what are you supposed to do as a mom?
I mean, I went into action and got him the help he needed, and have
course.
sought, professional help myself.
I'm saying,
of
what
how
are you
best
supposed to do with
handle
those
it.
little shits that you're mad
I
at?
mean, I don't know if I could say on air because I feel like some of these people that I know listen to this, which I love you. Thank you for listening.
But I'm not saying what you want to do. I'm saying, what are you supposed to? You're just supposed to let it go.
I have to let them figure
That's
it out.
what you're supposed
I've
to
got
do.
to let them
Okay,
figure it
but
out.
maybe you
I
want
almost pulled him
to-
out of school, but what I would want to do was Leslie Man it, like I call it, and go to the fucking playground and tell these kids that they're ugly and they're stupid and show the playground their little dicks. You know what I mean? Like, I was so mad. So, like, the most mad I've ever been in my entire life.
Really?
Entire life.
And what
Yeah.
does that look like?
It also fell in line with the week I got my period. So it was,
man.
yeah. What did it look like? I kick a lot of things. I throw things down. I don't eat. I had to cancel the podcast last week. I had
know.
to text you guys. I was like, it's rough over here in the
Because you were
Dykstra
kicking
house.
things.
Because I was kicking shit. Yeah.
Wow.
I was pissed.
And is this from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed? Does it come in waves?
I would say it's 90% sadness. I mean, I'm like heartbroken for my kid.
Of course.
But then 10%. Like when I would talk to like friends about it, particularly Becca and Odie, who you know are like my two best friends, like that's where I let loose. And, the three of us would just really let out a lot of steam on things we would say.
That's good. You got it out.
We did.
Yeah,
I
you got
did.
it out
I
there
did.
instead
I
of-
got it
think that's
out. And
healthy.
today's a new week. I'm really proud of my kid. I didn't pull him out of the situation. I told him to face it head on. And like I told you, he shifted his energy. Like he did.
Great.
We gave him some comebacks.
Yes.
We put some positive affirmations on his bathroom mirror and sent him on his way. And we've had, knock on wood, a couple good days. He won MVP at his baseball tournament this weekend. Like this is all positive things that are all him. Like this is all due to him and him like just making a change. So it's a life lesson.
Sports-wise, he's back?
It blew us. He went 8 for 10 this weekend in his tournament.
Give us some stats,
They swept the tournament. They won every game they played, so 5-0. He batted in second in the 2-hole. He played second and caught one game. We played catcher, sorry.
Yeah. You're
And
in
then
shambles.
at
It's
the
fine.
end of it, at 8:00 at night on a Sunday night, they get their rings and they do the ceremony. And Bo won MVP because in the game that was like, every once in a while you feel the energy shifting in a game and you're like, oh, fuck, are they going to lose this one? It was 2 outs, bases loaded, Bo was at bat, and it was like a possibility they could lose. And he hit a bomb down the middle, 2 RBIs, and he completely shifted the energy of the game and the weekend. So I'm proud of my boy.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love
It's
that.
a life lesson. Everyone gets it. And I get that. And I get the kids are mean and I get that we have to figure it out. But it was hard to watch him go through, I will say.
Yeah, poor guy. All right. There's a video, I'm sure you've seen it, that's been taking like the internet by storm of the Sopranos. And it's
I've never had anything sent to me more in my life.
I was gonna say the same exact thing.
Woke up this morning, got some garbage.
Oh, baby Robbie's the cutest.
Look at Jamie. You look Persian or something, right?
I look so like, yeah. That one's amazing.
The Steve Sharip is the best.
Yeah.
That is unreal.
Because little Italian babies do look like that.
Yeah, look like men.
Oh my God, Stevie.
It's so crazy.
And then I woke up the next day and got
That is wild.
It's so. I saw one they did for the cast of Fast and Furious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is all I'm not.
Yeah.
But it's just like at least 4 a day. People are like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm like,
people stopping me in the street. Like
yeah.
it was.
Or people are probably tagging you in it too, right?
for sure.
I don't have to deal with that.
Sending it to me on Instagram. Yeah.
Can you go through them one by one without playing the video, or just like turn the music off so we could look at the? Well done, Annie. Thank you.
Wow.
All right.
And he needs a cookie.
So
Everyone's fucking this shit up.
I never saw that he was holding a bottle and eating pasta.
I didn't even see
just
that
saw
either.
What's supposed to be in the bottle?
It looks like juice.
I mean, that's fucking 10 out. Like, I was going to be like, we should rate these 1 to 10, but they're all fucking 10 out of 10.
I mean, the hands, like, it even looks like his hands, but a baby version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you go, what's the next one?
Edie. Robbie.
Oh, wait, go back. I think we
okay.
missed one, but yeah, wow. That I
Brilliant.
never like saw that. Wow,
I mean,
that's so
the
fucking,
cutest baby I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, it's could you imagine? That is crazy. Again, 10 out of 10. You can't. All right, we'll go.
All right, Robbie, I take it back. You are the cutest baby I've ever seen in my entire. This is your child.
I look like
Are
some
you
sort
sure
of
you don't want to have
alien.
kids?
I look like
Because
some
this
sort of
little thing
alien.
could be walking around, tugging at your pants.
Ugh.
You'd kick an 11-year-old's ass for that kid.
He probably did something wrong. It's probably his fault. Whatever happened. The biting
What's in
the
your
bottom
hand?
lip.
What are you playing with? A tool?
I don't know. Is he pointing a finger out? Or no? Is that
No,
finger's
it's
back?
bent.
Wow.
Or did he lose a finger?
Gray might be my color. I maybe have to shift from black to gray.
Yeah, you look good in like
Unreal.
A
Any
stone.
comments back there, guys? What do you think of Baby Rob?
It looks like you're holding a pipe bomb.
It does, right? It looks like something illegal.
It looks like I'm driving a spaceship from Star Wars. You know?
Oh, you do. You look like you're in like a mini Star Wars outfit.
It's a pretty
Wow.
cute kid. And we got little Jamie-Lynn next. Yeah.
That's wild. I don't look American.
No. Armenian, I would say, or Persian, right?
Somewhere in the Middle East, for
So
sure.
cute. So cute. I wonder what the picture is in the back. All right, who do we got next? If there was one that was not the best, it's this.
I think so too with Michael. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it's cute. It's definitely baby Michael, but
Yeah, it's cute, the leather jacket,
but
the
the
hair,
other ones
it's
are
just-
like
the other ones are
jarring.
10 out
I
of
had
10.
to watch it like 20 times for my brain to like really understand what I was looking at.
Yeah,
it
it's,
was
you can't
so wild.
You can't pin down when you're like, wait, a baby James.
Yeah.
Like, your brain does scramble. A little.
Yeah.
All right, who's next on here? I mean, with the arms crossed too in the tracksuit.
Oh, how did they fucking do this?
AI do
This is where AI is working. This is how
Yeah.
we should be using AI.
Right,
for
yeah,
shit
that's
like this.
people are scared AI is going to take over the world. It's just making pictures of cute little babies.
Hi.
Everybody needs to relax. This is all it does.
They're distracting us with cute Sopranos babies.
Yeah, exactly.
Look what
That
they're
I mean,
really
that's
doing.
11.
I mean,
the hair.
100%.
You just put the hair on any baby. It's probably going to be a 10.
Can you imagine having a baby that's like looks like they're balding with gray hair on the side?
Who do we got next?
That one actually is like top 3 for me. Big pussy, Vinny Pastore.
Because it looks like a baby, right? Is that why?
It looks like him. Like,
Of course, yeah.
there's nothing that they've changed about his appearance. Like mine is like not exactly my face.
Yeah.
This is his face exactly.
I like if you go back a little, there's the 6-month-old shoe rack in the back, just killing it. Yeah, that's 10 out of 10. All right, what we got next with the cookie too, or cracker, or whatever.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
Steve Sharippa.
But that
to me,
looks
that's
like somebody's baby, some Italian couple's baby.
like
Like
yeah.
that was like, that's like,
I mean, maybe minus the hair.
I'd be like,
a little.
oh, your baby looks like Steve Sharippa.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know what I mean?
It's oh my God, that is.
And he would play with a little wooden train set.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They left no detail unturned.
Wow.
Wow,
Joey
Joey
Pants.
Pants.
Very cute. Like they're so good. I'm almost forgetting what babies look like, and I just feel like babies look like this
For
now.
sure.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm like,
no,
I can't tell.
Deanna will show you what a baby looks like in a minute.
Oh yeah, we got one
That
of Amy
ugly
coming
mug.
up. All right, what's next? I mean, unreal.
All of them have their eyebrows like they're all
Oh, yeah.
they're all like up or
I mean, just so cute. Who's next?
scowling.
That's insane.
That could look like her granddaughter for
I mean,
sure.
it's full just
in a costume.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But is anything about this real? Is it like a baby's body that could have been real and then they put, or do you think all of it is just created?
I don't know. Do we know?
I mean, it takes like pictures of babies from the internet, right? And like, so it can
Okay.
imagine what a baby looks like.
But like
Right.
adding the movement, like I saw this AI thing that they did with Ariana Grande and like they took her from age to age to age and it like she would just like morph into like her next look and she's sort of evolved over time of how she looks too and it was wild.
Let's see.
It
Let's
looks
see baby
seamless.
Amy.
That's a fucking ugly baby.
But even when you say you're ugly, it's probably the same as when you say you're like mean and
No,
this.
like
It's like
my
you're not.
face,
You're just
like
hard
the
on
bottom
yourself.
half of my face is ginormous.
I don't know. You look like a cute
That's
baby.
not a cute baby. That's not a cute. I mean, if you're gonna tell me right now, you're like that looks like you, I'll be sad.
No, but what does it say? A1C on your
ABC.
ABC? Duh. No, I think not that looks like you, but it looks like a cute baby. Like that's somebody's baby. You're like, oh, I mean, the haircut's kind of a struggle, but
That's an ugly ass baby.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Guys, that's not an ugly baby, right?
No.
Of course not. No.
Looks like
You
a cousin
would not
of
be
mine.
offended.
You know what? Can you Google ugly babies and see what comes up?
Okay.
Well, I wonder if we could find some ugly babies.
Oh,
That's not an ugly. Like if your friend brought her over, you'd be like, she's adorable. You just hate it because it's you. You're hard on yourself. That's the Amy MO. Oh.
That's what these aren't real though.
I mean, that fourth one is real. The second one looks real. Mom goes viral with ugly baby video.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that
that's-
one's for sure real.
That's tough.
This is from the Today Show.
Can you put the that video on so we see what? Maybe no sound, but just so we see what's going on. Or we could do sound, right? They're not going to take us off for that shit, are they?
Her miracle baby. After 9 months of waiting, they finally got to meet her.
It says parents share
A moment
pics of their
this
ugly
mom
baby
will
on
never
TikTok.
Forget.
Wow, congratulations. I'm pretty sure I looked at my husband and was like, she's healthy.
Lucy dreaming her daughter would look just like her.
daughter!
Instead, coming out looking anything but. The Ugly
Ooh.
Baby Challenge. Overnight, her TikTok exploded. More than 22 million views and counting.
People on TikTok have commented she looks like Dobby from Harry Potter. She
does.
looks like Mr. Bean.
While she says she's had some
looks
haters.
like Dobby.
Oh, Dobby.
People are commenting like, oh my gosh, not a mom calling her baby ugly. And
kinda looks like
you
George
are
C.
a
Scott,
horrible mom. She's
the
gonna grow
actor
up
from
with
Oh, there
something.
she is. She's better.
She's just keeping it real.
She's fine. She's fine. I'll tell her all about it one day. This whole situation.
All right, we could stop. I thought it was a boy, and I was like, it's not that bad. And then she was like, my daughter. That hit
I
hard.
don't know if I would be like, hey world, look at my ugly baby though.
Yeah, maybe once it's like 4 months and it's come out of it, you could be like, hey, but then what if she's ugly at 18? And then you're like, yeah, well, you told me I was ugly from the start. That would be tough.
Yeah. That's
Blame
what
it
I'm
on the
saying.
mom. Fuck.
You were a cute baby, Jamie.
Huh?
Yeah. You're a cute baby.
You're a cute baby. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at Dobby. Nobody said you look like Dobby, right?
Dobby didn't exist then.
People lately have been telling me I smell very good, and I tell them that is Mount Fuji, my favorite Mando deodorant scent. Mando deodorant is a whole-body deodorant that was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and keep you fresh for up to 72 hours. And the scents are great. They've got bourbon leather, clover woods, Mount Fuji, and Pro Sport. Mando is clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. 12 hours after a shower, the average guy's grundle odor is a 5 out of 10. Mine is a 9 out of 10, but with Mando, it's a 0. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and it's free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code NOTTODAY at shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
When you think of businesses skyrocketing in sales like Gymshark or Heinz, you naturally think of amazing products, cool brands, and brilliant marketing. But what's often overlooked is the powerful platform behind these businesses, making selling and shopping seamless. For millions of companies, that platform is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home to the #1 checkout in the world. And the not so secret? With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. If you're serious about growing your business, your commerce platform needs to be ready to sell wherever your customers are. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Gymshark and Heinz use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/nottoday, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nottoday to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/nottoday.
I forget, guys, do you remember if we played a video of Michael Imperioli's play getting interrupted?
I don't think we did.
I have it, but part of me is like, we might have played this already. So, but let's just show it because I want to ask you a question about it, Jamie. And I might have asked you the same question when we showed it
Probably
before. So if we did, I apologize. But
deja vu.
Yeah.
Silencing of scientists. I am very, very sorry to interrupt your night and this amazing performance. I am a theater artist. I work in this theater professionally. And
I'm sorry, you need to leave.
You're throwing my career under the bus.
Go, now get him out. And you're not recognized. Let's go. We got somebody? Where's the house? They do not have the floor. The oceans are recognized.
Are those people part of the audience that are sitting in the front eating?
I think.
Oh, Michael's pushing him.
Gotta get him out.
This play doesn't end when you leave the theater.
She's right.
This play doesn't end when you leave the theater.
She's right. It's all lies. It's all
Don't let them
speculation.
This makes me feel so many different feelings because when I'm in a play, I hate going to see plays. I'm like, obviously I don't want Michael's play to be interrupted, but when I'm in a play, I dream that something like this would happen. If somebody just stood up and be like, shut up, like I'm taking the floor, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm not bored to tears for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm not a play guy. It's not about the play, the level of the play, how good it is. I've seen good plays, bad plays. It's just not for me.
Why is it always the climate activists that are just so aggressive?
Yeah, I don't know. But they're like, they're poisoning the water. And I'm like, oh man, are they fucking poisoning the water? And then that first guy is like, I work in the theater, so I'm risking my job here, and I want to know. It sounds fucked up. I kind of want to have them on the pod, but
the activists.
I want to know.
I'm calling in sick that day.
I know.
Can't.
I wouldn't because of Michael, because I like Michael, so I wouldn't want to do it. But man, I would love to know. Be like, I want to know the planning behind this.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to know like who stood up and was like, I'll say it. Like, you know what I mean? And then like 5 minutes later, someone else pops up. See, I couldn't as me, because then it would be like, guy from Sopranos interrupts a play. But if I was just a regular dude.
You do it.
Oh, my God.
What would be your cause, Robbie?
I'd be like, I got to take a shit. Like, whatever. Anything that you want to throw.
Oh, you mean just to interrupt a play? I'm saying what would be the cause? What would be a cause that you would be so passionate about that you would have to just
I'd be like, sugar's bad.
Scream your convictions.
Stop eating. There's people eating cookies in this theater. Like, it's fine. It's not really about a cause for me. I just like the disruption. To me,
chaos. I'm like, that's so disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
People paid hundreds of dollars to go see this play.
It's the most disrespectful.
It's so fucking. They're gonna hate you for what you're doing. Like, what you're trying to do is actually the message is never gonna land in that situation. So it's a fat waste of time.
But it does get it out there because then people are like, oh, these climate activists, what were they talking about? What were they this?
Well, maybe now because of social media, but this shit's been going on forever and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, back in the day, you're telling 100 people, you're interrupting. So have you ever, you've done Broadway, you've done plays. Has anybody ever done anything to interrupt a play that you were in or?
No.
Have you ever been at a play that somebody interrupted in any way?
No.
I wish I would. You know what? That would get me to go to plays again. If I went to a play and somebody interrupted it, I'd be like, I'm going to another one because what if that happens again? And it's horrible.
It's horrible.
If I was at one of your plays and somebody interrupted, I'd want to kill them.
You would?
But I love it.
You'd be happy.
I also love it.
No, not
I
a
love
fan.
it. Yeah, because it's just it's like the last thing you're supposed to do.
So dumb. So dumb.
I don't know. I kind of...
Remember the sea of people we used to have to drive through going to like the award shows with all the signs about like Jesus not being real and shit?
Yeah. People had all of their... But also like now when you see people who are activists, you're like, oh, this person looks like they could be in like a store. Those activists were like lunatics.
Yes.
Like you're like, this person looks like they're going to bomb the show. Like they're all... It's not just like regular people like, hey, I work at the theater.
Right.
They had like, the guy was like in his underwear.
Yeah, this guy was dressed nice. He just had a giant X on his shirt.
Yeah.
Dead giveaway.
All right, so Love is Blind is
back on.
It's coming to an end. We haven't seen the end yet. We haven't seen the reunion, but things are happening on there. I wanted to get your opinion on some of the things that were happening. The first one is this woman tells a guy, she's like, well, at my family, we have a sock bin. And she's like, not everyone doesn't have their own socks. You just, in the family, in one of the rooms, there's a sock bin, and you go in and you take socks.
Like you don't have your own socks in your closet?
No. And they were like, you don't use your own fork when you eat dinner, do you? No, the family has a set of forks and you take a fork.
But socks are different sizes.
Yeah, that's true. He never said that.
Like in my house, everybody has a different size sock.
I wonder how she coped with that. I don't know.
Yeah, because like Bo and Jack could easily mix up their socks and, in a ball, Cutter and I could easily mix up ours, I guess.
So maybe it's like 14 and up, they all wear the same socks. But I'm like, until she hit you with we all use the same forks as your family, I'm like, well, that's kind of...
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Socks, though?
I of course I could never do it. I'm insane. I wouldn't want to.
And like, where is this sock bin? It's in like the middle of the house?
Yeah, it's in like the laundry room or something. I don't know. And you just go and get it. Do you have a problem? Would you ever have a problem wearing like Cutter socks? Or you're just like, no, I don't care.
I mean, if they were washed, no.
Right. What about like your friend's socks? Like if you are at your friend's house, and you have no socks,
I would borrow anything from a friend except underwear.
Okay. Yeah,
I would borrow makeup. I would borrow lipstick. I'd borrow whatever, just not makeup.
Vibrator?
I mean, just not
What about
underwear.
sexual, those things? I've heard of women sharing those things.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Ew, that's fucking gross.
Okay.
I would never.
What about just something that went on the outside? You know?
Like
not like
clothes?
a full clothes. No. I'm saying not like a full like vibrator, but maybe just something that, vibrated on the outside.
There's like so much like, body secretions and things.
Hey, listen, if you don't ask, you don't. If you don't ask, you don't know. You know what I mean? That's what they say.
Gross.
So Love is Blind. Have you ever been into a guy and he was dating somebody else and you gave him the ultimatum, like, hey, you got to choose. Like, now it's getting serious now, or...
No.
Were you ever given like a thing or ever had to choose between two guys when you were younger?
No.
Really?
I'm just so vanilla. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely had a time or two where a guy was like, let's be exclusive. And I'm like, no, this is not for me.
Okay. So you were just like, no, we're just having fun. But then were you done having fun with him? And
then I was just done with the whole thing.
Right. But up until he said that, you were like, oh, this is fun. And then he ruined it?
Well, he made me realize, no, I don't want to do that with you. So let's just not do this at all anymore.
And that's when you were like 18, like very young?
No, my 20s.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I told you about the guy that was like a PI.
Oh, and he
left me like a gift basket in my apartment building.
He like broke into your building.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. So he was like, let's get serious. And you were like, no, thanks.
And then he left me a basket of food. Yeah.
Has anybody in the booth ever had to choose between two people like you were dating and one person was like, hey, this is the line. Like, you got to choose today?
No, I don't think so. Maybe in like middle school or high school or something.
Oh, wow. They were giving you ultimatums in middle school?
Yeah, I was playing the field.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I wasn't listening because I don't want Love is Blind spoilers. So
okay.
I don't know what you're asking
all
me.
I'm saying is, like, the concept of the show Love is Blind, has there ever been a time where somebody was like, in your life where you were kind of seeing two people or even seeing three people and someone was like, hey, you got to decide right now. Either like you're with me or we're done.
What the fuck? No.
Well, that's what's happening in this show constantly. What do you mean? What the fuck? That's what this whole show is.
Isn't
like,
there?
I'm just trying to think of a situation where a girl knows, like, you're getting serious with a girl and she's cool with the fact that you're getting serious with other girls, and it's like, you gotta choose.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, has there ever been a time where it was like, hey, this wasn't serious, but now it's serious? Like, has anybody ever said?
Meaning
you were
giving
like,
you an ultimatum,
right?
Of like,
oh,
you
shit.
either are exclusive with me or we're done.
Yeah, like this isn't a game anymore. Like we're no,
because I set that up from the jump. It's like, yo, this ain't serious, so don't expect nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just got to set expectations.
But that happens a lot with guys, and then 3 months in, like however long in, like a woman's like, okay, no, you have to choose, and it's just like, all right, peace.
Oh, whoops, yeah.
Yeah.
You changed. Whoops.
Yeah.
I told you what to do.
True.
You changed. Yeah.
It is true.
So weddings are obviously usually very boring, like the church part. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we've heard it all, whatever. But
Yeah.
these are the only weddings that are interesting, right? Because it's
'Cause
like,
you don't know
is this
who-
person going to say yes or no? Have you ever been at a wedding and you were like, somebody might not?
Yeah, but I can't say who.
Really? So you were thinking like this person might say no?
I wasn't that I thought at the altar they might say no, but like moments leading up, I was like, there is a possibility this doesn't happen.
Again, much like the play. If I hate going to weddings, like the church part, if you give me one no, in any time in the next 20 years, I'll look forward to every wedding after that. That would be insane. Could you imagine someone just
Like the day
picking up the dress
before,
and
I was
running
like,
out
this is not going to happen.
because of they were kind of wow, that would, oh my God, I don't even know. So they're coming to you for advice?
One of them was.
And what do you do?
I was very honest. I was like, now is the time to move on. Like, now is like, you're not married yet. Like, this should not be how you're feeling the day before. Wow. But they went through with it.
That would be the most interesting thing in the world to me.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But it was one of those moments where you're like, I can't not be honest.
Right.
You know, I always try to anticipate, like, when I'm giving advice, sort of where it could lead them. Like, you want to validate somebody and their feelings, but you also like want to be mindful of like the consequence of that choice. And in this instance, I was like very mindful of all the possibilities, and just being somebody who's been divorced, it's just not a fun process. It's really painful and difficult. And like, if you're not married yet, let's not do it. Like, and I think it was also a situation where like, I think anybody at that wedding would have understood.
Right. So you've been married twice. When it gets to that point where they say to the man, say I do.
Yeah.
What is the feeling you're having at that moment? Are you just like, of course I know he's saying I do?
Yeah, I didn't have any doubt.
Right. Okay. And the same
Yeah.
thing when it comes on you, you're like, there's never like a, oh shit. Like even just like a
No.
realization of like, oh wow, this is really it.
No,
huh?
I was nothing but excited. Oh, well, I think I've told you, like in hindsight at my first wedding, first of all, like so many things went wrong before I got married. Like up until the point where like seconds before I walked down the aisle, my brother got locked in a bathroom with the wedding rings. Like, it was just like a
Wow.
series of events over like the week leading up to my wedding that was like just all these universal signs that were just kind of everything was going wrong. And we just thought it was funny and we're laughing it off. But I remember, if I can compare the feeling of walking down the aisle the first time versus walking down the aisle the second time, it was very different. I was 10 years older, 12 years older, but it was more, I was way too young. Do not get married when you're 22, first moral of the story. But I was just like, it was just like, oh my God. I was so overwhelmed by the moment when I was 22. When I was 34, 35, when I got married the second time, it was the calmest day. I was so happy.
Well, you had your son by then.
Yeah, I was so calm. I was so present with like everyone that was there. Also, the wedding was like half the size.
Right.
You know, it was more curated and small, like things get in life. But I just remember being very overwhelmed the first time.
But I remember you had said after, when everyone was like, well, we didn't really like him. And you're like, I wish someone said something to me. But it's like, I feel like with you, when it comes down to like important life decisions, I always feel like you know more than me. Like,
yeah, but I didn't then.
I know, but you have to realize then I was what, 17?
Of course.
You know what I mean? So I
course.
can't a 17-year-old kid like doing drugs every day, and I can't be like, hey, Jamie, we got to talk. Like, I think this guy's, you know,
and I'm sure everybody was like, she's going to learn. She's going to learn.
For sure.
I mean, I'm like in the process of writing about it by now, but like right now, but like, I feel like everybody looked at me as like a perpetual fuck up because I just had like so many things continually happen to me throughout this time on Sopranos that I can absolutely understand why nobody stepped in. Also, it was nobody's place. It would have been weird for somebody to be like, I don't think this is what you should be doing. It's the same. I mean, I don't think I'd ever let my kids go as far as getting married to somebody that I felt very strongly about, but.
Did anyone ever come to you before that wedding and say anything?
No, but there was a clear distaste for him from some people, like Jim.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Jim liked him a lot.
Yeah.
And I could just, like, I think he was respectful in front of me because it was me.
Of course, yeah.
But, like, in hindsight, you know, there were some people that were just, they were right.
Okay, what about on Love is Blind? This guy said he wears Sauvage by Dior, which is like
the fuck is that?
It's like a cologne that is like the Johnny Depp commercial, and she was like, "Oh, that's what narcissists wear." Right? It's stupid.
She probably also was like, "What's your sign? Sorry, we're not a match. Yeah.
Thank you. But do you think there's anything you could tell from a guy by like his cologne
No.
or like what? Yeah, of course not. It's just
no.
Yeah.
What?
I know. I'm saying.
Well,
I'm like
I
maybe
feel like
women
these
think.
people
I
that were
also
like-
think that astrology is stupid,
Well,
but women seem to think that's
Also, but people are going on Love is Blind to find their person. They are probably somebody that just literally looks for every single fucking clue. And especially if you're not seeing the person, they're probably trying to dissect in their defense everything that they can to protect themselves from who this person possibly could be. I had like a kind of Love is Blind moment type thing where I spoke to somebody on the phone a couple of times because they were a mutual friend and they were helping me through something, and I had this idea of what this person looked like, and then I found them on Instagram and I was like, holy fuck, I was so wrong.
They look like Dobby.
Just like so wrong. Like, whoa. Imagine getting engaged to somebody. I cannot.
Yeah.
How have the reveals been this season?
They've been fine, but here's the deal: like
Nobody was like,
you kind. Well, they do, but they don't say it because they're on TV. So they find.
But you could tell.
They find other reasons why they don't like them.
Yeah, but you can
know?
tell.
It's like, oh, you're wearing Converse. Like, it's like, what?
But you can tell, right? When they're disappointed
there's
in
definitely
the looks.
people
Have
where I'm
there
like,
been a
the only
couple of
reason they're
those?
not getting along is because looks-wise,
They're
like
not
the other person's
attracted.
not happy. Yeah.
I think it's just like you can't not marry somebody that you are not emotionally attached to, but also physically attracted to.
Yeah, well, you brought up to me before about like dating people you're not attracted to, and there's a difference between like seeing somebody and being like, I don't know, like there's not an instant attraction,
Right.
but then seeing somebody and going like, oh,
Yeah.
like I don't want that person in my bed, like, you know, yeah, that's fucking.
And then have to share a hotel room and like pretend.
So some people want to date people who they're exactly like, and then other people are looking for people who are the opposite of
I
them.
always go opposite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why Cutter's like super neurotic.
Yeah, I think it's more that I gravitate towards people that have attributes that I don't naturally possess, because I think that it creates balance, it creates challenge in a really healthy way, and it like you just sort of like even each other out. But you have to align on the core things, values and things like that.
Yeah.
But personality-wise, I mean, Cutter and I could not be any more different.
Yeah.
If we tried.
So last thing I want to ask about Love Is Blind. So you're obviously, there's a wall in between, right? And obviously these guys are always trying to make these girls laugh or whatever. And you've said before, like you have a big laugh, but you've said it's a silent laugh.
Yeah.
So what do you do if the guy's making jokes and you're just like,
I guess you'd have
you
to
fake,
learn that
do you
when
fake
there's
it?
a laugh.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you let him know? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would probably be one of the things when we're getting to know each other that I would say about myself.
right, but then he probably thinks he's bombing the whole time. Like when he's trying to make a joke and he just hears nothing, he can't tell, are you laughing or not?
Obviously, after 30 seconds, I'd be like, I swear to God, I'm laughing. There's just no sound coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, okay. You let him know.
Yeah.
Okay. There was one more. Yeah, I was saying, imagine like when we went to see Tom Segura live, that the 15,000 people who were in there were all just like
Just
you.
silent laughers.
And everyone had silent laughs. And just every time he threw a joke out there, it was just absolute fucking silence back. Can you show the Cutters Weekly Instagram to wrap this up about the best woman speech? What is that called? Maid of Honor speech?
He didn't send me this one.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angelica Maria and
So it says every Maid of Honor speech.
Maria. And I am honored to be honoring the bride and groom as the Maid of Honor. I met Cassandra in college. Go Seagulls! And we had a great time, from the late nights in the library to binge watching Breaking Bad on a long weekend. We sure had our fun. And with our fun, we had tough times too, where she was there for me, like when I got a splinter on my knee and she helped. I knew that she was a sister that I want by my side forever, and now we are all here today, and Eric forevermore, today and forever after too as well, is by her side also too. So on behalf of everyone here tonight, I say to you to now, to raise a cheers and have a toast to the happy couple who we are so honored to be with tonight. Thank you, and cheers to them. I don't know how many more of those I can listen to.
I think because I've like grown up in Hollywood, but like a lot of my friends during the time that we were going to get married were like, I was in LA. I was subjected to a lot of brilliant maid of honor speeches, like
Really?
talented people that whether they were really witty and smart themselves or had funny writer friends that helped them sort of crush a good speech.
Right.
But I've told you this before. We had terrible maid of honor best man speeches at our wedding.
Really? I don't remember.
Oh, they were brutal. My
was
dad
bad?
talked about me the whole time. My brother's jokes bombed. My friend Cutter's brother, no one heard a word he said. Like,
That's
literally
tough.
heard
My
a word
grandpa
he said.
did that at my uncle's. No idea what he said the whole time.
The
We're
whole
like, Pop, you
time.
got to hold the mic to your
The
mouth.
whole
And he's like,
time.
I love
He
my
was
son. That's tough. Yeah.
My friend Meg was just not a speaker. Yeah, really bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to give one best man speech, and I was very much like, I want to make this like a fucking tight 90 second.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want, because you lose people, you know? It
Yeah.
was a big wedding. I was like, I don't want, you
Yeah.
start hearing fucking ting,
a lot of
ting,
pressure.
and then you got to, I didn't want to read, so I was like, I want to memorize it.
Cutter and I spoke at my friend Leah Michelle's wedding ceremony. She had 3 couple friends of hers like get up and give like advice to the two of them
Oh, you
about
did like a
marriage.
tag team bit?
Yeah, like, there was 2 other couples that went up, and Cutter and I wrote it. I was proud of it, but I gave him all the punchlines
Wow.
because I knew his like deadpan delivery would.
And how did it go?
It went great. We
Okay.
did great.
You probably sounded
We got
just like
great
that.
laughs.
Just like
we
that.
did great.
Yeah.
I probably sounded like that to that guy though, for
It's
sure.
tough. Yeah, it's you when you see those speeches are always, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to, But
Yeah.
all right, well, we will see you guys next week.